Okay, it's time for my favourite part of the show, and sadly, for the last time this series, it is time for the breakdown. I've got one of my favourite human beings in the world alongside me this time. It is, of course, Jacky, Counter-Strike maestro himself, and you're going to help us break down some Counter-Strike, not surprisingly.
Hopefully so.
We're going back to Katowice, 2018.
I know, we're bringing it back. It's all coming into flavour. The Elite Series is ReturnMark, and I'm very excited for it. Let's have a look at this play, though, because it's a bit of a buzzing one for me. I've always been excited about this rotation. The UK scene, we dub it the MightyMax rotation to our big man himself. But what we're going to be looking at here first is the placements of where they've come out. It is a bit of a rush buy they've gone in for. Essentially, they've had to invest whatever they could to try and scrape through this round. It's very important in the overall terms of the game. If they win it, they set themselves up to take it. The smokes they've gone down here are to block off the entry over from jungle and over from CT mark, which is pivotal. They need to be able to block off that area to try and give themselves a chance to get the bomb down, because the post plant is what we're looking at here. That's the most important play. As soon as this bomb goes down, we're going to be looking at Glaive, who will start his absolute marathon journey the whole way around, out CT, up through T-spawn, and back here towards short, where he's going to try and set himself up for the angle to peek over and try and defend the bomb when the CTs are going in for the retake mark.
So we're going to watch this roll on a little bit and see the play obviously develop itself. And things aren't looking too bad at the moment. It's kind of evened up. But this is where things really start to turn here. You'll see a few players drop and you'll find, the situation you don't want to be in if you're trying to be in that post-plant position. Yeah, it gets a bit rough, right? Device is left in a scenario that is really, really unfavourable in terms of his odds of winning the round, but luckily, his saving grace in Glaive is starting to make his move over towards short. Ideally, Device gets one frag here. Instead, he falls, and now we're left with this scenario. 4 players alive, all of them on fairly high HP, which is never a good position to be in, Mark. So then we're going to see this huge play here. This damage done is so important to the result of this complete play. Yes, it is. The post-plant there coming into full effect. Glaive kills 2, but also leaves them on low HP. He goes in. Although SK played it flawlessly, one player on the bomb, one player holding for that push upstairs, he's still been able to execute both of them and clutch out the round purely because of him having the advanced positioning that he had with the post plant being on short, and the fact time was so low they couldn't come off the bomb. They had to just accept it. So post plant position is obviously what you were highlighting here. Let's talk about what players at home can do to add something like this to their game. You talked about the rotation itself. What can you say, some advice you can give to players at home? You always want to be thinking about what you're doing with the bomb, right? It's not a sort of mindset of go into a site, slap it down and do anything with it. It's not like delivering post. You don't want to just fling it in there. You've got to be really quite clever about things, Mark. Plant in a position that sets you up to cover it, either from the round after you've got the bomb down, or if you're just going for cash, think about how you're going to be able to keep yourself safe to plant it and get away with the extra money onto those eco rounds. It's all about the positioning. Amazing. So positioning is key, of course, in Counter-Strike. Jacky, absolute pleasure to have you break that down for us. Let's take a look at what's coming up on tonight's show.